In 2025, the Nigerian capital market recorded strong growth, driven by improved investor confidence, macroeconomic reforms, and stable foreign exchange rates. Analysts forecast continued momentum in 2026, with market capitalization expected to approach 262 trillion naira, supported by new listings and deeper market participation. For more on this, Chairman, Board of the Nigerian Exchange Group, NGX, Umaru Kwairanga, joins us now. Good morning, Alhaji Kwairanga.
Good morning, Ruben. It's a great pleasure for me to be at Arise TV live today.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Well,
Thank you, Ayo. Yes, thank you.
We'll be hearing very positive stories about the Nigerian stock market.
Correct.
Stocks appreciating, some of them doing better than expected, investor confidence rising, both the bullish and the bear wing are all benefiting. And this was not the case 1 year ago.
Correct.
So what happened? What is responsible for this, advancement, appreciation, within the stock market?
Thank you.
What is the magic?
Correct. We are together, Ruben. Thank you very much. Good morning, viewers. If I'm going to assess the performance of the Nigerian capital market in 2025, I would say it's very good. In fact, nothing short of being transformative. I want to take us back first before we can talk of the 2026, which is going to be much, much, much better. First of all, as at yesterday, our market capitalization is over 95 trillion. The all-share index has risen by over 45%. Our primary market is back. Volumes have increased. Values have increased. So several strategic factors that has brought to all this achievement that we have done in 2025 before we talk of the 2026. First of all, as we mentioned, the current government reforms has gone a long way in changing and bringing back the confidence into our market. There's issue of the banking recapitalization. There is good corporate actions, performance of organizations that are bringing good results, declaring good dividend, interim dividend, scripts, more listings that we have gotten in 2025, and above all, our own strategic initiatives to bring technology into the current NGX. So many factors have come into play for us to achieve what we are achieving. When we look where we are coming from, we have doubled the market capitalization only in 2025. As at this time last year, we are less than 50 trillion. Today, we are over 95 trillion. And I want to assure you that before the end of this year, our target is 100 trillion. And that will continue. So let me break down those factors briefly for you to see the reason why I'm saying that. Let me start with the issue of the technology. What we have done, we look at our processes and procedures. Where the strategic section, we say that this market cannot continue that way. We have to look at our listing requirements. How can we make things to be easier, simpler for investors to invest in the Nigerian capital market? How can we attract more companies to come and be listed on the Nigerian exchange? And that's gone a long way by bringing issue of technology. What we did is to bring a platform that we call NGX Invest Today, that you can use your gadgets from the comfort of your home to invest in the Nigerian capital market today. And that is the magic of the success of the banking recapitalization that we have achieved this year. This year alone, over 3 trillion has been raised in our market by banks to meet up the regulatory requirements of recapitalization. And this is very huge when you look at where we are coming from. As at the time that this government comes into play, they took some bold decisions, timely, even though painful, but I think that we cannot afford to continue that way. I will come to that one. So while we will look at our internal processes and procedures, like we have mentioned, we have taken into consideration how can we be able to simplify things for people to come in, which have really worked. People are using their gadgets to invest into this our market today. We have seen the successes. We are coming from less than, with a population of over 200 million, Ruben. You can't believe it. We have less than, in 2023, less than 1 million retail investors in this country. As of today, we have over 6 million retail investors. If you can see the jump that we have done, what is the magic? The magic is all these initiatives that we have brought. We have restructured our board. We brought in some new faces into the board. We brought in new management. We brought in technology. We simplify our processes and procedures that have really worked for us at the NGS.
All right.
Thank you, Ayo.
Okay, I can see. I mean, and very well. So you've come on a very good day at a good time.
Correct.
When the NGX is doing so well and the capital markets get. But I want to ask you around next year.
Yes,
your
please.
plans. First of all, maybe just to interrogate a little bit more the reforms that you talked about, because you mentioned it, the reforms of this administration. A number of people have criticized such reforms. So it'd be good to hear maybe the positive side of those reforms and how it's impacted the NGX. And then, of course, I'd like to ask around next year. We know that Dangote might be an attraction on the, being listed. It will be pivotal to the gains that you'd make next year. Can you share with us what that looks like and to what extent it would impact?
Thank you very, very much, Ayo. I wanted to have finished that point so that you can see how did we attract the RDL of this world, the Transcorp power, the legend from different sectors of the economy, from the oil and gas to the real estate, to the manufacturing. All those listings have contributed to achieve what we achieved in 2025. 2026, I want to assure you, is going to be much, much better.
Okay.
Ruben have mentioned when he was opening that it's been projected that we are going to reach 262 trillion. And this has been confirmed by so many analysts, local and international. Bisma Riwani of recent, he has done this analysis at the Lagos Business School. But let me tell you, for me, in fact, it's underestimated. We have doubled our market capitalization in 2025 from less than 50 trillion to almost 100 trillion today.
Impressive.
We are one of the top best performing market in the world as of today. 2026 is going to be only better. First of all, the listings that we have mentioned. Today, you have mentioned the issue of Dangote. Dangote is a game changer. What is going to bring into this our market today? By the time, in fact, we have gone far in the processes of listing the fertilizer, first of all. There are two different refineries from Dangote. We have been in discussions with Dangote and his team throughout this year. And we have already gone far. In the first quarter, we hope and believe that we're going to list the Dangote fertilizer. Dangote fertilizer will take us from 100 trillion to close to 150 trillion, which is almost 50% of our market today. By the time we bring the big one, the Dangote refinery itself, that one is part of the analysis that Riwani has made that will take us to over 200 trillion. But we are not stopping there for us. We are already in discussion with the government to look at all those companies, all those organizations under Murphy, Ministry of Finance Incorporated, under BPE. There's already a team, there's a committee that we at NGS, we are members of that committee. We have picked 50 companies today so that we can be able to see what are the corporate governance, what do they have on ground? How can we be able to brush them up by training, by providing more information so that they can be able to meet our listing requirement at the NGS?
Okay.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. So that will go a long way to make sure that for us, if we are coming from less than 30 trillion at the beginning of this administration, today we are almost 100 trillion in less than 3 years. I want to assure you, with what we have put on ground, at the macroeconomic indices, and all this reform, especially the FX, when you look at where we are coming from, it has come to the time that whatever we are going to take foreign investors, once they don't have a way of exit, there's nothing that they can be able to do. They cannot come here and invest when they cannot be able to repatriate even their dividend, talk less of their own capital.
Okay.
Thank you, Rafai.
Thank you. I mean, I'm happy that you sound very bullish about this. We're very excited about the market, but there are a couple of problems.
Yes, please.
Despite how great this is, even if we get over 200 trillion market cap next year, like you're anticipating, that's still about 136 billion. You know how much the South African Stock Exchange is?
Correct.
1.2 trillion.
Correct.
We still have a long way to go. They shouldn't be beating us at this game.
I agree with you.
Secondly, capital gains tax still a problem.
It's true.
What is the lobbying that is going on over, the 150 million threshold? that led to a slump in your market cap recently.
Yes,
In fact, we should have been 100 trillion now.
Of course.
If not because of the capital gains tax issue and the conundrum going on. Thirdly, I want to talk about, and I want to suggest.
Yes, please.
Since the tax law is kicking in next year, to be able to get up to that 2 trillion recently, apart from even the likes of the Dangotes, I understand that companies like Flutterwave are going to be partnering with the government on taxation. Why don't you force them to list on the Nigerian Stock Exchange as a prerequisite if these companies are going to be working with the government? Because the tech ecosystem, Flutterwave is definitely, the market cap of Flutterwave is probably even bigger than, it's a sizable market cap. It's a unicorn. It's an over $1 billion company.
Correct.
So if you have an over $1 billion company coming to the market, then so the likes of Flutterwave and a couple of other companies, Paystacks of this world, because I've always asked, why are the tech unicorns coming out of Nigeria not listing on our market? In fact, I wrote an article about it way back 2017, and where I cited something called the Delaware effect. You know, all of them are going to list in Delaware so they can get capitalization in. Some of these insights.
Thank you very, very much, Rufai. In fact, you have taken the words out of my mouth. I wanted, after the issue of Dangote, the issue of the government, BPE Murphy, so that we can go to that. Rufai, we are looking at both at the demand and the supply for that issue of that technology. What we have done is set up a tech board on the NGX so that we demonstrate that we are ready for all Flutterwave, Bamboo, in fact, even Opay. All these Palm Pay and the rest, all those ones, so that it can be able to be listed on our NGX. So as of today, when you look at the population of Nigeria, 70% of our population, they are less than 30 years. And that's where the market is. And that's what we have seen when we have done our studies, to see those people that have invested in the last banking recapitalization are youths within that. Because you can't force those people to leave all this, the issue of the crypto, Bitcoin, and the rest. You know the volumes of millions of dollars that's been traded daily in Nigeria with this crypto and Bitcoin. That's our target. Our target is this 70% that's at today. And that is on the issue of the demand. On the issue of the supply, we are already in discussion. In fact, for Flutterwave, we were in NASDAQ with Mr. President, I think in 2023, 2024. Flutterwave was invited with so many other tech companies. We had that discussion with them. They have made commitments. They have made some of their own requirements. I'm telling you, just a matter of time. We are going to change this market. Let me come back to the issue of the South African market. Today, as of last week, we have changed our settlement cycle from T+3 to 2+2. We are making it shorter for investors to sell their own shares and get their own funds. Today, you can be able to send your own bonds and buy equities because you know the settlement, because before it's equities that have T+3. Bonds has T+2. We have converged. Today, the only market that is T+1 is the New York market. The second one that is at par now with us is the London and other European market. South Africa is still T+3. I'm telling you, with the potential we have, with the leadership we have today, with the reforms we have.
Because of time, let's quickly talk about the capital gains tax problem. What have you guys done? Have you lobbied the government to be able to, have a retraction on that capital gains tax matter?
Thank you very much, Rufai. We are in touch. Yes.
We're almost out of time.
Okay, we are in touch with the government. We have written with the government. If you can recall, Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy was at the exchange. We have discussed that with him in the room before even coming out to make that statement, that the government are looking at that. And if you can see, the federal government recently set up an implementation committee of this issue of that tax reforms. We are meeting them, we are discussing with them, because we don't want a situation whereby the gains that we have gotten. One of the success stories of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration is the Nigerian capital market, and the NGX in particular. And we have gone a long way to demonstrate that we have the capacity, we have the resources, technology to do that.
Alaji, before we go, just in 1 second, the gains that you have talked about so eloquently, and the future that you have talked about.
Yes, please.
Is this a bubble or is this something sustainable?
It's something sustainable. And you can quote me, Robert Bati. If you see where we are coming from, what we have invested, and the type of leadership we have in this country today, we have a president that is not only a politician, but he's a businessman. He came with so much expectations. And you can see, Robin, we're in December. Did you see any fuel queue? The issue of companies today rushing to see how they can be able to solve their own effects. Where are the issues now today?
Right.
So, and when you go to even some nationals today, is there any state government that is talking of issue of salaries? We are past that level. It's only infrastructure development. Today, when you go to my state, Gombe State when you look at what my governor, Mahmoud Ino Yahya, is doing, the transformative ideas, agenda, project, industrial park, issue of health sector. The wife of the president was in Gombe to commission so many hospitals. Agri. These are all part of the gains of those reforms. That's why they are getting all those things.
But there was a report recently that said
we
a lot
have
of
to
money
go.
going to the states, but it's not trickling down to the people.
We have to
No,
go.
you can
I'm
see-
so sorry. We need to go.
Lastly,
a sentence.
thank you very much.
One line.
We need to protect our local investors.
Okay.
I want to use this opportunity because they are our mirrors. When you look at where we are coming from today and where we are, whether we like it or not, Dangote has brought stability to this country.
Okay.
Unlike before. And there are so many of them.
Yes.
When you can be able to look at it. We have the top 11.
We have to continue this conversation.
Thank you very much. I appreciate.
Packing all that we can talk about this morning, but we're very grateful to you for breaking it down for us. And I believe that you've given some sense of hope as to the fact that not only are we celebrating these gains, but it's sustainable as well.
Correct.
Thank you. Alhaji Umaru Kwairanga, the chairman of the Nigerian Exchange. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Time.
Anytime, any day, I'm ready to come.
We are looking forward to the next time
Thank
we'll
you
have
very
you
much,
here.
Ayo.